So this is a church. It's St. Mary the Virgin, traditional Episcopal, 1928 prayer book services. And I believe this is run by the Catholic Church. So here's, wow, some of the trees around here are just amazing. Look at this. This is some kind of a pine tree. But this church building is got to be probably at least or around 100 years old. Let's walk around. I'm just going to walk around here. But I think somehow it got moved, probably during the 60s. And this is a beautiful cemetery. It's just kind of tucked into the western slope, if you want to call it, of the Simi Hills. Some people erroneously call these the Santa Susanas, but they're not. They're north of here. But these are the Simi Hills. I used to walk and hike around here lots of times when I was quite a bit younger. But they have Sunday Mass at 10 a.m. Let's walk over here. They have a lot of these rock outcroppings. Pretty amazing. A lot of them are sandstone. I don't know how old they are. How old a lot of it, but this rock here is very typical. This sandstone outcropping here. Very typical of what you see around here. A lot different than the Rocky Mountains, which is where I live now. But it's just a beautiful cemetery. A lot of oak trees. I don't know this. I have no idea what tree this is. There's probably quite a few olive trees here. And up here, you can probably see my rental car. But I'm going to go walking this way. Okay, I ran into a little battery issue. Or I think my card might have ran out of room. So I had to change my card out. But I was going to say something about cemeteries. You know, I don't know how many people are buried here. It's probably, I'm sure, in the thousands. But, you know, each of these people lived a life. And there's a lot of biographies here. Now, I know in this cemetery, Fred Astaire is buried here. Gloria Graham, who was an actress, she's buried here. There's quite a few people. There's some people that I've known that are buried here. And two very special people, I'm going to go over here, are buried here. Now, when I say two very special people, I always tend to cry a little bit of a tear when I come over here. But these two people are my parents, my mom and dad. That's my dad, Hugh H. Edwards. And that's my mom, Alma Marie Edwards. Now, the Hugh H. Edwards is, the H is for Howard. And I know the story there. His birth name was Basil Calvert Blackman. And I think at some point, about 1937, he came out to California from Oklahoma. And I think his name, Hugh Howard Edwards, was probably a take on Howard Hughes. And I don't know where he picked the name Edwards from, but that wasn't his birth name. So when I see Edwards out there unless you're an immediate relative of mine. You're most likely 99% not related to me. But these are my parents, my mom and dad, and as I said, I always cry a little tear because I miss them. But I know, my dad was born in 1911. He would be well over 100 years. My mom was born 1916. She would be over 100 years old. So I guess I could go into both of their stories, but I'd be here all day trying to recant my take on their biographies, and I will leave that for another time. But I wanted to come by here while I was on this trip because, again, these are my mom and dad, very special, very, very special people. So when earlier I was talking about my roots, these are my roots. This is where it started. And I was born in Hollywood. At the time, it was the Cedars of Lebanon Hospital. So the building is still there today. But it's not Cedars of Lebanon Hospital anymore. But again, the cemeteries can be amazing places. So there's my rental car, and there's the church. So again, this morning, I'm going to go meet up with my brother, Hugh. There's some pretty flowers. And no, I'm probably not the best son I could be. I didn't bring any flowers with me. So to my mom and dad, I miss you both. I love you both. And continue to rest in peace. And thank you for bringing me into this life. Thank you for your love. Hi, this is Bruce the Last Nail. I'm out here in Ventura, specifically at the Ventura Harbor, and out in Ventura Marina, out in Ventura, California. We're right on the beach, and I'm near the Island Packers building, and I've got some history out here because I used to come out here a couple times when I went out to the Channel Islands quite a few years ago, probably 10 to 15, probably about 15 years ago. And and I used to love coming out here to Ventura Harbor just to see the boats, and there's a restaurant here that I like to eat at, which I'm not going to eat at today. But I just used to love coming out. It was always nice and quiet. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of boats out here. Lots and lots of boats. So we're going to take a look here. I'm going to go to the, there's a lot of stores and restaurants up that way. But now I'm looking the other way, which is north of here. Going to walk up towards Island Packers, and I think we'll walk up towards the Channel Islands National Park building. Now, in fact, we're just in time to see one of the boats coming back from one of the islands. Most likely it's Santa Cruz Island. Most likely it is. I'm not sure which island it is, but it's probably Santa Cruz. He probably took a day boat out there. And I've actually ridden on this boat. This boat is actually pretty smooth going out there and coming back, because sometimes you can get into some pretty rough waters. But sometimes, too, the wake of the boat, you can see dolphins surfing the wake of the boat. So it's kind of cool to see that. So there's a placard board here, things to know before you go. I won't go into that. It's just too much information right now. Here's the cargo loading ramp. And again, these people are getting ready to disembark. Yeah, there's some really pretty plants here too. There's some ice plant that are flowering. And then there's the Island Packers book. Now, I just looked. The National Park headquarters are quite a ways up here. So I think at the time that I have allotted for this, I don't think I'm going to go up there. But I'm at the very north end of the marina part, and I think I'm going to start here and work my way down towards the stores and the restaurants. So the boat out to Santa Cruz Island I've taken twice, and I've done some hiking out there. And then once I went to Oxnard Marina and took the boat out to Anacapa Island, and it's really, if you're in this area or you live out here, boy, it's really worth going out there. I mean, you can't trade it for anything, especially the north. I want to say the North Shore, because a lot of the cliffs at Santa Cruz Island go straight down into the water, and some of them are 200 and 300 feet high. So you should really try to get out there if you can. Some of these are just some big, huge fishing boats. There you can see the Stellar, the Pacific Fisher. I'm not sure if these are commercial boats. They're probably commercial boats because they've got that gray paint on them. Or say, for your safety, please stay off the embankment. That's a pretty steep incline there, and you can get seriously hurt if you're not careful. Here's some more boats. The boats here have got to be, probably, my estimation, probably in the hundreds or maybe up to 1,000. That's just a loose estimate. There's some more of the harbor. Someone down there who's doing some fishing. There's a nice looking boat, the Karen Marie. The Anna Marie is way out there. I would think some of the boats in here are probably houseboats too. So you probably have some of the people living on these boats. In fact, there's one over here, stay on a boat overnight. The boat, tellcalifornia.com. So you could spend the night on these boats too. There's a deep sea wine tasting room. There's pedestrian zone. Please walk your wheels. And here's some nice roses. There's the Broadbill. The Ocean Leader. I think you can actually, down here, if I remember right, can actually rent a kayak and go paddling through the entire harbor. Here's the Greek, and here's one of the towers. Nice, quaint restaurants. They have, looks like they have some kind of murals up in here too. Angie's Boutique. There's an Net Effect, Prodigal Son, Relentless, the CPAC. Now here's where you can actually rent some ocean kayaks. I don't know how far you're allowed to take them out. Some paddle boats. More boats. Up here there's an Elvis impersonator. There's the band. Now play it again. Here's VenturaBoatRentals.com. There's a Pacific Journey. There's a couple of brave souls that are taking a paddleboard out. Just hope they keep their balance. Over here is the Fisherman's Memorial. And I take it these are people that have either contributed to the memorial or have somehow taken boats out and lost their lives, but I'm not sure about that. But I think there are people that have contributed to the memorial. But this is the Fisherman's Memorial. Now over here to my right, this is one of my favorite all-time restaurants, Andria's. I don't know if you can see the sign up there, but it's Andria's Restaurant and Fish Market. And boy, they have the best fish and chips here. Now, I'm a plant-based eater, and I'm not really supposed to be eating fish, but hey, no, sometimes you have to make an exception. So this is a wonderful restaurant, great food. Andria's Seafood Restaurant and Market. As usual, when I've come here in the past, they've been packed. And as usual, there's a line out the door. Every time I've come out here, there's always a line out the door. And on a Sunday afternoon, they're pretty packed today. Let's see what they have. They have so that was cool. I just picked up a 40th anniversary t-shirt from Andria's. Add to my t-shirt collection. So now I'm going to start working my way back because I'm meeting up with a friend who wants to go look at computer printers. You know, I gotta say, this is just so nice to be out here by the beach, that is, not on the beach, but by the beach. And just to know that those are the waters of the Pacific Ocean, right there. There's a couple of mosaics of some sea turtles. Those are kind of cool looking. There's one right up there too. I'm sure they're out there in the Channel Islands. A couple more mosaics. Sea turtles. There's a mosaic up there that looks like a seagull or a sea eagle. This is where the Ventura Pottery Gallery is. And in the building behind me, you can't really see it in there, but they used to have a carousel in there that was really neat to go in, and they used to sell various types of food in there, especially sweets. There's the Treasure Cove. Oh yeah, my favorite hat store, one of them. I'm pretty sure I've bought hats from here at some point. And there I am. Here's something real interesting I just noticed. It's a depiction of Santa Barbara Island. And I'm not sure if, I don't see any other islands like this. So what I was thinking of was it might have been a depiction of how far the islands are from each other. And here's a storyboard protecting a national treasure. Channel Islands. There's Santa Cruz. I've been out there a couple times, and over here I've been to Anacapa, and then Santa Rosa, and San Miguel is the most remote of these 5 islands if you include Santa Barbara. Here's Boston Socks, sock store, the Mermaid Gallery. And here's another mosaic by Michelino, the Pelican Installations. So these are pelicans. And here's the Mermaid Gallery. Here's the Seaside State of Mind. Good vibes, Seaside Ventura. Here is the Coastal Cone. They always have great ice cream and cookies and just all sorts of goodies. Probably not good for you, but... Oh, they have fish zookies. So now I'm in Somis, California. I'm at one of the fruit and vegetable stands. This is called Underwood Family Farms. Open. Thank you for farming with us. This is a place I used to come to quite a few years ago. Quite a few, I should say, probably like 15, 20 years ago. Used to come here quite a bit. That's a really nice, healthy produce here. Yeah, look at these oranges, these navel oranges. Beautiful. We got some really nice cauliflower. We got yellow, purple, green, and the traditional white. Artichokes. Got some beans. Brussels sprouts. Sprouts are really good. More broccoli. Celery. A lot of these are your typical radishes. Potatoes. Onions. You got beets, carrots. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Kale, lettuce. Got some melons up here. Boy, those look healthy. Got different jams. Got beautiful tomatoes. More jams. I take a jam, but I don't really know how to get one of these back to Colorado without breaking it. So we have plants, potted plants. We've got some goats here. Well, they're making quite a bit of noise. Chickens. And these are alpacas over here. Then over there, we've got some sheep. Alpacas can live to 20 years, originate South America. Their gestation is 300 and almost a year. Wow. A baby alpaca is called a cria. And they are herbivores, which means they eat grasses, hay, fruits, vegetables. They do not eat meat. That's a big chicken.